Welcome back. First time in a while since the grand final that I've done a watch along. Hope everyone's enjoying having Australian football back, especially the Oz. You can't love the Oz Cup. Possibly my favorite footballing event or thing that happens. So I truly do love the Oz Cup. How are we all night? Bit chilly up here. Started, so got a bit of time for people to come in, get a drink, get ready. What should be a fantastic match. Joshy G, how are you, mate? I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm excited. Excited that cup football is back. Excited that Australian professional football is back. Don't get me wrong. I've been loving going to games this season, but you know, World Cup's a bit different. Cup is a bit. And obviously, standalone game definitely add something to the cup as well. Have Owen Hart to from as the territory team making their cup debut. Don't blame you at all, man. I was never really one to excel that way. Really, really good at English. Hopefully, the mic volume is all good for you guys as well. Excellent. Deleted my settings the other day. Had to kind of wing it. Hopefully, but good game. Regardless, look like a lot of youth approaches going into. Obviously, we know Newcastle's approach under Robbie Stick. It should be. It's very youth focused. Signings, breakers. It's just showed that, right? Like all their signings break. They've made some pretty big signings, pretty statement signings, and Western United promoting a lot of youth, putting a lot of up the like quick enough. Exactly for the match. Very, very standard. You know, Newcastle Jets silent. Australia comes in straight away. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of defensive, how they go defensively. They may be playing a three back. You imagine Dan Wilmering will be out on the left. A very good squad from Newcastle. Lockie Rose back in, coming in straight away. Pat Grimaldi, Bozanovsky, a very youthful attacking lineup for Western United. Ben Garuccio, Donachie, Ollie LaVale. Good to see him in the squad as well. Tate Russell comes in for his first start. Danzaki, Pasquale, Thurgate, York make up the midfield. Obviously, Daniel Pena, Josh Risen, a lot of seniority wise for a lot of them players moving on. Yes, James Donachie still is playing. Yeah, he had a pretty good end to the. Well, in my opinion, I thought he had a pretty good end to the season with Western. Wasn't half bad. All right, we are up and ready for this Oz Cup playoff match. Newcastle Jets, Western United. Western United technically the home team, higher, but obviously a neutral venue. Away up playoff. Castle kicking us off the ball pretty early, but how these two teams kind of line up. Huey Jets is in the chat, obviously. We all know what team he's going for. It's not a good start. Ollie LaVale almost tips him very early. Aldi. Tarn's in the chat. How are we, Tarn? Lockie Coastwatch Football is in the chat. How are we, guys? You're all having a good Wednesday night. In game that's these very huge. You'd say that Western still have a bit more seniority, but it's gonna be very likes of Ollie LaVale, Akramaldi, Bozanovsky. It's gonna be very interesting to see how they do in not just this match, but this upcoming. Is the captain, I believe, the full-time captain of Western United after the departure of Josh Risson. Lockie Wales also gone for Western United. A lot of has departed Western United. Maybe have they gone to way to find out, but they're young players so far. Till one, they have been absolutely flying at times, scoring some unbelievable. We'll keep it very similar. You're not wrong. That purple kind of does. Maybe it's the quality of the camera, but it is very similar to that dark blue of Castle. So maybe that can cause problems later down the track. Who knows? Like a good crowd here, Darwin. Those seats are filled up. Football back capital. And I do like holding these playoff games here because realistically, right? Bottom 14, they're in this Oz Cup playoffs because they weren't good enough the year. Really, are they good enough to straight into the cup and one team had the advantage at home? That's up for discussion. I really like the Darwin game. Like it. Consider going this year, but big flights to Darwin are expensive. I thought I'd give that one a pass. Or if you guys are aware, but a bit more A-League transfer news coming out today with Lockie Brook, the latest young Australian to make their way over to the MLS. MLS is poaching a lot of Aussie talent. Obviously, oh, Ollie Lavale's given himself a bit of a bit of a falcon there. Yellow and Navy podcast. How are we? Who are you tipping? Or I have gone. I went with Newcastle just because I like. I just think that they've pretty much played that whole last season together. There's not many changes from last season. Obviously, you got the big ones of Brandon O'Neill, Stamatolopoulos leaving Newcastle Jets, which Stammer only leaving the last few days as well. Would be a bit difficult for them to replace, but I think Lockie Rose is a good fit for Newcastle, and I just like that they probably played a bit more together. This Western United side's very very youth, so it's going to be interesting. But I do rate some of the young West players like Matt Grimmel, like Bosanoff, like Ollie Lavale, and obviously you still got Angus Thurgage, you still got Pasquale. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very good game. It's going to be very interesting to see how Newcastle go without Stamatopoulos, and they rely on Lockie Rose for goals. That's yeah. Obviously, didn't see a lot of the field last year. Lockie Rose, due to Valergerman um, having a great season, coming in taking the number 9. Lockie Rose has a chance here. Here we go. Got Stuart Bell. Bit of a parried out. Castle back here. God damn. Well, signing of Lockie Rose spent too much time on the bench. Yeah, which is surprising considering how much the football they played. Right, a lot of Asian football for the Bulls last year. Still, Lockie Rose probably didn't find the game time that anyone was hoping for him to find. So everyone's hoping, obviously, that Lockie Rose can rediscover his bit more north of Sydney this time in Newcastle. I think, and Newcastle fans seem to, obviously be a bit skeptical. He hasn't probably had the best of seasons recently, but there's been some positive comments about it as well, and I think he will do well. There was also those comments about Stamatolopoulos last season as well, so and you see how that turned out. Very interesting. Obviously, after the to me a bit of a shock win. Obviously, we knew Perth Glory were going to be a whole different team under David Zulich, but do so well against that Brisbane team last night. Mac Grimaldi in the box, good shot, but a good save by Ryan Scott. Western United opting to go with their kits from last season as well. Bit of an iron-on patch over the A-League logo. It's a very tense game so far. It could be a very cagey affair. A very, very. Ryan Scott in wrong in goals. Good to see. Yeah, Ryan Scott. I reckon good good few games or half a season from Ryan Scott. I reckon he could see himself in Australian Socceroos call up contention after great season last year. I reckon Newcastle clean up their defense a little bit more. I reckon we could see Ryan Scott in Socceroos. That's my kind of shout. I thought he was excellent last season. I do up in a soccer. Abdu says go the Jets. Very tense so far. Not much is given away. We've had a couple of shots, a Lucky Road shot, and a formality shot. But other than that, not much so far. In very tense start to the game. Also got any of those interested. Queensland, the Queensland Cup semi-finals are on tonight. City taking on Brisbane City and Lions taking on pick. Whose games are happening right now? Find the score. Brisbane City actually rising, to be honest. Lions beat that one. Thoughts on the new kit? It's plain and simple, but I kind of like it. Like it, I kind of like the big, thick one stripe in the middle of the jersey. I like it actually. What are your guys' thoughts on that kit? I'd imagine they're going to come out with a different kit for the season, right? I think this is just their right. Even if it's their one for the season, it's not awful. Side and by Nathan Maldi. Oh, not Nathan Maldi. Sorry, that's Aquilina. Free kick. Boosts the colors. Yeah, it actually really does, in my opinion. I thought it was it comp, but like the kit design complements colors. Like sometimes with like the red and blue, your two main stripes, it could probably be a bit overpowering, but I like the single stripe. Oh, Ryan Scott playing with a bit of fire there, but does very well to get fail. Jets can go here. Here's Lockie Rose in behind. Cuts back. Shot. Oh, just wide from Lockie Rose. Here we go. He's looking sharp, Lockie Rose. He's looking quick in behind. Very quick behind. And just narrowly. Very good, very good substitute. Like, play style wise, in my opinion, Damatolopoulos. Like, Taylor for the Jets. Gets forced to go backwards by strong and youthful Western United. There. Looks like Rob Stanton has opted for the Mark Natter. Lockie Rose again on a corner for the Newcastle Jets. I also like the the Brisbane Raw kit last night, right? Everyone, pretty sure everyone's in it. What a great kit. Um, and my biggest problem with it is the numbers on the back. Why they've gone for like a maroon number with a white underlay? I think if they went for kind of number design like the Jets have, like the kind of like the shell box design bottom of the number, I think it would have looked a bit better. Not great, well, not great, but would have looked a bit better. quarter of an hour into Newcastle Jets look like they're starting to find their footing game. Simmons won the free throw. Talking about basketball, throw in there. High press from Newcastle. I see that a whole lot from him last season. That does well there. So this pitch, it still looks pristine, but a few marks there from last night. Where obviously Perth Glory goes through to take on Melbourne City. And we play Perth. Obviously, I was a bit selfish. I was hoping for Brisbane to go through in that game. Here's Dane Ingham, right hand side. Early cross. Back. Alan Dane Ingham. Another cross blocked. Great defense here by Western United. Aquilene goes straight. So, yeah, obviously, I was a bit selfish. I wanted Brisbane to go through. So, I'd have 4 Australia Cup games. So they're out of 32. Unfortunately, but still 3 great games. Sides up, and I put the poll out. It was a very split decision. I asked, wanted full YouTube vlogs or TikTok vlogs for the Oz Cup. Very split. So, yeah, right. And that Western goalkeeping looks. It is a very nice kit. I do like the Western. Jacob, how you doing, man? How did you become a Wanderers fan? I was a Gold Coast United fan, younger. Obviously, things happen. They ended up folding. Wanderers were kind of the next team to come in. I remember watching like the highlights of their first ever preseason game, and seeing the RBB turn up and like the scenes and everything. I fell in love pretty quickly. Oh, it's an own goal from Western United. Clayton Taylor runs down the left-hand side, and Ben Garuccio puts it into the back of his net. Here we go. 1-0 to Newcastle. Here we go. Newcastle on the ball. First goal. Very, very disappointing. Western United. Wow. Was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. That's disappointing. Clayton Taylor crosses in. Ben Garuccio just sticks a foot out. And a great finish. Side netting. Great finish. But not in the wrong net for Ben Garuccio. Very, very disappointing. Been a good start to the game so far. But you would say that Newcastle have had Newcastle have had probably better opportunity last, 5 minutes. It is an absolute shocker from shocker. You going to Unite round? I'm so excited to see Derby. I am about 99% confirmed for Unite round this year. Won't be my first Sydney Derby. Yeah, absolutely keen. I didn't go to Unite round last, so I'm absolutely keen to go to my first Unite round. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. Finish, yeah, not wrong. Crack and finish, just wrong net. Hope better this season. Oh, my time. It's been slow in terms of some. I think that's also a good thing. I think we have real good. Obviously, I would have liked to keep hold of a few players that way. Obviously, like Blair, I reckon he's going to do absolute wonders over in Perth. This Blair Taggart front line is going to be insane. That's if Taggart's there. Play in the game last night, maybe resting, maybe holidays, but who? There's such thing as own goal of the. That's something that we were going to do for like, A League last year. I think that's something we've got. Own goal of the season. I mean, the amount of own goals scored. Of you guys watch yours? I didn't watch a whole lot. Watch the highlights of games, but God, there was a lot of old goals in that. The Euro. You guys thinking, all right, majority of teams haven't played a game right. Haven't played a preseason game. Obviously, there's played preseason games against Doors, um, and like say some MPL. But who's your like early favorites to take out the Howard Bell? Pressure there. Jets high press is working well so far. By the way, your mic goes back. All right, I bring it a little closer to my face. Maybe that's gonna help it. Apologies if it's made any sound, but hopefully that'll do the job. Hopefully that'll do the job. As my voice cracks. Great defending there by Daning. Oh, hopefully that'll. Hopefully that's a bit better for you guys. Yeah, who's your early prediction for an A League Premier, or maybe even Oz Cup winner? Who's your early prediction for Oz Cup winner? Because I think, oh, I go for the Oz Cup winner. Oh, um, maybe a you'd be silly not to go with an A League team, right? Oh, early substitution. I missed that. Phil Cankar gone off. Yeah, Phil Cancar's gone off for Nathan Grimaldi. Melbourne Serbia. That'd be a crazy win. I reckon it could be Melbourne victory. That's just what I'm leaning towards. Don't know why they haven't strengthened it a whole lot in the off season, but here's Lockie Rose. Oh, great defending there. Great defending there by York, the young defender who signed a scholarship contract. What yesterday, day before, not very long ago. Yeah, it's gonna be Oz Cup. My prediction for Oz Cup is going to be Melbourne victory. Don't know why. Don't know why. Here's Lockie Rose. Good Donachie on his back. Thurgate comes over to help out Donachie. Lucky Rose is looking really sharp, though. Looking really sharp. About halfway through this first half. In this playoff between Darwin... in Darwin, apologies. Who does the winner of this game take on? I probably should have checked that beforehand. But round of 32. So they will take on Rockdale Illidan, the Melbourne-based club. So if Rockdale is Melbourne, right? Rockdale, it's New South Wales. My apologies. Rockdale Illidan is New South Wales. So the winner of this takes on Rockdale. Jets. I'm sure Jets will be looking to go through, or both teams will be looking to go through, but a short away day for the Jets against Rockdale, where Western United would have to do another overnight trip. Here's Western United on the attack. Pasquale plays it out wide, and it's not controlled there by Tate Russell. Newey Rockdale will get more fans. You'd imagine so, right? Two New South Wales-based teams. Oh. Here's Western United again. Ben Garuccio trying to make up for that own goal. Taking on Aquilina. Here's Pasquale. Donachie, or he almost went for that run of Ollie Lavelle, I believe that was. Here's Pasquale finding Grimaldi. Garuccio finds Thurgate. Goes back to Grimaldi. Great football here from Western. Danzaki can't get his head on that. That's well defended by Will Murring. I know Jacob asks me if I'm going to Unite round, but anyone else going to Unite round here? Anyone else keen for a bit of a weekend of football down in Sydney? Because he's Grimaldi, sorry. Oh, straight away gives it to Timmins. Here's Clayton Taylor. He has pace, but can't keep it under control. Yeah, I'm excited to go down to my first Unite round. Obviously missed the one last year, so really looking forward to it. Year 12 at the moment. Yeah, fair enough. Roshi Basuki on the bench for Western United. Got that signing very, very early. Western United, I think they did that literally just after the season ends. Coastwatch is going to Unite round. Still deciding what games to go to. Very fair. I want a non-A-League team to win the Oz Cup. That would be very cool to watch. The Queensland teams, obviously, I know a bit more about. Very interesting to see that one of them go deep. If I had to pick one that I'd imagine would go deeper than the others, it probably would be Moreton City. Here's Aquilina. Good strike. And there it is, the second goal for Newcastle. Great finish there by Aquilina. Hugh Bell could do nothing about that one, but Newcastle 2-0 up. And, maybe making things a bit comfortable for themselves. FY, shout out James York, my brother playing. There we go. He's looked pretty good so far. Great cross by Wilmering. York tries to clear it, but it falls straight to Aquilina, who strikes purely into that bottom corner. What a hit indeed. Aquilina, a former Central Coast Mariners player as well. Gave Huelbel absolutely no chance with that one. Bottom corner. Great finish. But here's Grimaldi. Oh, really should be doing better there. That was great running behind by Bozanovsky, but Grimaldi really should be doing better there. Gruccio asleep again. Yeah. Really, how Aquilina's been left that wide open, bit of a mystery. Matt Grimaldi ended up being the closest one to him, and he's probably should be one of the furthest forward. Yeah, poor defending there by Western United. Bozanovsky is one to keep an eye out for this season. I've watched a few Western United like highlights of their games, of like the MPL one. He is a baller. He is going to be one to watch out for this year. I believe he's had a pretty good season as well. If you look up the Western United youth team, I'm sure they've had a great season so far. Obviously, as good as a youth MPL team can do, right? They lose majority of their players halfway through. But yeah, I think I think Bosnovsky is going to be an absolute baller. Him and Grimaldi up top, with Ibusuki in the middle. I think that's going to be a very, very dangerous forward line. Obviously, they've got to make up for Daniel Pena leaving too. Obviously, things out of his control, things out of our control. Doing it for his family, you can understand, but he's going to be a massive miss in the A League. Did he ever play for Victory or just Western United? I can't imagine him playing for. Oh, he could have played for Victory. Yeah, he did actually. You're right. You are spot on. You were spot on. He played 5 games for Melbourne Victory's first team. Went on loan to Wellington Phoenix in 2022 and played 2 games for them. Hope Marcus Eunice gets more game time. I think he will. I think he's been absolutely killing it in the MPL this season. I think he's going to be absolutely mega for the Wanderers this year. Obviously, Lockie Brooks gone as well now, so that's even more game time opening up for him. Great, absolutely fantastic start. Absolutely fantastic starts for your Jets there, Harry. Captain Grozos, yes, indeed. Actually, I was doing a lot of. I didn't know that Grozos played for Western Sydney. Well, at least their youth team. Like, I was doing a lot of research for Macklin Freak Time Added On podcast. Go check it out. But they played each other in the youth league final, and I didn't realize that Grozos played for Western Sydney. So I found something new out that day as well. Here's the gate for Western United after that corner. Russell switches it. Oh, just can't get it under control, Matt Grimaldi. Here's another corner for Western United. Matt Grimaldi standing over it. Can he put in a good ball here? Deep ball. No one really attacking it for Western United, though. Oh, that's a high foot there from Garuccio. Very high boot there from Garuccio. You'd have to say it hasn't looked very sharp. The first 35 minutes of this game. Put one goal into the back of the net. You could argue, was it fault for the second goal as well? It's good. Not a great start for his new captaincy there, Ben Garuccio. Play a bit of griddle at half time as well. Hopefully I can do pretty well. Haven't really done griddle in it probably since the A-League Grand Final. That was a few months ago now. Hugh Bell comes out, headed away, but doesn't go very far. But luckily Tate Russell can clean up. He plays a good ball through for Ollie Lavale. Can he beat Ryan Scott to it though? No, he can't. And it's a goal kick. And Ryan Scott throws the ball and hits Ollie Lavale. Yeah, right. Okay. Wouldn't have been surprised if Ryan Scott picked up a yellow card there. I remember I got a yellow card for something very similar when I was about 15. It's gonna be very. It's very interesting to see the kind of formation that Western United playing. It looks like Olivier's kind of playing as like a false 9, or maybe a 10, and Grimaldi and Bozanovsky playing ahead of him. So it's gonna be interesting if they do choose to bring on Ibasuki, and how the formation changes there. Great play here by Western United. Tate Russell finds himself on the ball. Danzaki, Lockie Rose is strong in that challenge. And Grozos wins the free kick for Newcastle. Watch out for those two. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Quick feet from Grozos to win that free kick as well. Very, very smart for him to win that free kick. Obviously, played a fair few seasons now. Costa Grozos. And, you know, I really rate him. I really rate him over a dead ball as well. Got a fair few assists from just putting in peaches of the dead ball as well last season. Right, that's the coffee done. Should be able to stay awake for the rest of this game now. Here's Ollie Lavale in the box. Here's Danzaki. Pass cut out, but Pasquale wins it back. Looking to get back in the game here, Western United, after a pretty shaky 25 minutes where they put one into their own net. So here's Grimaldi, brought down very clumsily by Dane Ingham, who's rocking the mustache as well now, Dane Ingham. Here's Grimaldi again. Very electric young player, Matt Grimaldi. Great cross by Garuccio. Boomerang does what's needed to put it behind for a corner. Can Western United mount something in this last 5 minutes to get themselves on the scoreboard and back into this game? great corner, but greatly claimed by Ryan Scott, who releases Dane Ingham very quickly. Ingham can't outpace Bosnowski there is. Five minutes to go. Newcastle dominating majority of proceedings at the moment. Dominating a majority of the proceedings, probably possession, and obviously on the scoreboard as well. Just checking in on the Queensland Cup fixtures at the moment as well. The Vale gives away a foul there, but pressured Scralia very well there. We haven't seen a lot of Matt Scralia yet, but a very talented youngster that's come across from Sydney FC, and young Oscar Fryer as well, who was signed permanently by Newcastle, but from what I've heard, he will not be playing in his first season in Newcastle, tearing his ACL in training before these games. So very unlikely we'll see Oscar Fryer in his first year of his contract at Newcastle. Thurgate gives away a very clumsy foul there. Newcastle have an attacking free kick, looking to get their third. I guess Thurgate, obviously, ex-Newcastle Jets player. Grozos and Wilmering standing over this free kick. You imagine it's going to be Grozos to put it in. That's Wilmering. Natter. Grimaldi. Oh, there we go. 3-0. Nathan Grimaldi. What a strike from the young centre-back. Didn't start the game, but he's made an impact off the bench. And Newcastle Jets look to be in cruise control now. Wilmering puts in the free kick. Natter wins the header, but puts it backwards. Grimaldi, controls it very well and strikes it into the roof of the net. And there was no way Hewell was getting a hand on that. 3-0 for the Newcastle Jets. What a hit indeed. Here you go, his first senior goal as well. Here's Garuccio for Western. Thurgate loses the ball very easily there, but it's given back by Aquilina. Here's Bosnowski. And Dan Wilmering does very well to win a goal kick. Dom, do you think they should build the same grandstand around the whole ground or keep it the same? Well, the thing is, this is probably great for a place like Darwin, right? They're not going to get a massive crowd to, places like this. Like, well, they might hold like an NRL game every now and then. They obviously hold these two games at the start of the Oz Cup. I think it's all right for now. Once Darwin gets their own professional team in a league, yeah, 100%. But for now, I think it's quite all right. I think it's fine. It's kind of like majority NPL stadiums right in New South Wales. better than most of the Queensland ones. I'll give it that. Here we go. We're about to hit the 45-minute mark. Western United surely going to make some substitutions at halftime to try and get back into this and get themselves a bit of an Oz Cup run. But I think it would be interesting if £8,000 if they 100%. Like if it was a small like us like that kind of here's Macromaldi, sorry. Corner won by Western United just before halftime. But yeah, like if it was like that kind of grandstand on the ground um, around the whole edge, it looked quite nice. But is it worth the money in a place like Darwin where they don't have a professional team? Probably not, right? Although I don't know what kind of attendances Darwin Olympic get, because I believe this is the game Grant Rareham they play at. Um, Third corner in a row for Western United here. And Newcastle Jets win a free kick through Ryan Scott, who has a few choice words there for the young Western United players. Yeah, and all finals at this ground. Yeah, look, it's probably all right. Like it's probably like all they need, but it's still a pretty good stadium. I'd take this in Brisbane, to be honest. Uh, create a poll here for you guys to vote on. Um, here's Newcastle on the attack again. Skrilla, it's very over the top. And there is half time. 47 minutes played. No extra time. No more time on top of that. But a very, very dominant heart from the Newcastle Jets. Go with 0. We'll go with Wonder 2. And then we go 3 plus. All right. Here we go. We've got a poll for you guys to vote on. How many changes do you reckon Western United will make at halftime? 0, 1 to 2, or maybe they'll make it 3 plus. Yes, indeed, griddle time. All right, let's see if that's going to work. All right, we're gonna have to change that one to that one. We go like that. And I'll move myself over a little bit so you can still see my lovely little face. All right. Good time indeed. Wait, look at the chat for this bit, just so I'm not cheating. All right, we've got born in 2000, 15 plus yellow cards, 3 plus red cards. Melbourne City. All right. For Central Coast Mariners, born in 2000s, we'll go Miguel Depizio. There we go. Born in the 2000s, Sydney FC. Who have they played? Born in the 2000s. Jack Gilbert Reich would count. I believe Courtney Perkins would also count. I think he's about 23, 24. Who else are we thinking? De Jesus? He'd be in the 20s. Let's go with let's play it safe. I think De Jesus. I think that's a very safe choice. There we go. Born in the 2000s, 15 plus yellow cards. Realistic, right? You're looking at a midfielder. Aaron Conda definitely didn't pick up 15 yellow cards, right? Right? 15 yellow cards, born in the 2000s. Someone like a Jack Coleman, maybe. Maybe he's a bit too old. No, he surely can't be. Maybe a Jordan Courtney Perkins actually. Ooh, that might be a good one actually. Let's go with it. Let's go Jordan Courtney Perkins. 7. Damn. All right. Well, there's one wrong. Bugger. All right. 3 red cards plus for Sydney FC. Let's go someone safe like Ryan Grant. 3 red cards for the Mariners. Who are we thinking? We're thinking no one from last year. No one got enough that many red cards. Talking like a Matt Simon. Maybe like a Nick Montgomery. I don't think he got that many red cards, so I think Matt Simon's the easiest. Oh, we only got 1 for the Mariners. Ooh. That's not good. All right. Luke Brighton, bottom right. Easy. Melbourne City and the Mariners, we can go Tom Glover. Oh, he's probably under Thomas Glover, right? Yeah. Melbourne City, 15 plus yellow cards. We can go 15 plus yellow cards for Melbourne City. We could probably go someone like Curtis Good, Scott Jamison. Who else we think? And Jamie McLaren. I don't think he picked up me. Doesn't pick up very many yellow cards. I think Scott Jamison is it's going to be the easiest choice here. Yeah, 30 yellow cards. Look at that. Now 3 red cards, 15 yellow cards. Someone like Topol Stanley. I think Topol Stanley's going to be a pretty easy bet for that one, right? There we go. 64 for who was someone born 2015 yellow cards. Aaron Kunda did have enough. Ah, that's annoying. Angus Thurgate's born in the 2000s. Maybe it's the bald head that kind of puts me off him. Yellow cards. Nick Montgomery was one. Oh, spewing. How'd you guys go though? How is your guys' griddles today? That's frustrating. Considering I said both of them as well. Very frustrating. All right, we'll end the poll right now as well. 50% of you said that 3+ changes will be made at halftime. 25 say 0, and 25 say 1 to 2 changes will be made at halftime. I'll probably with that 1 to 2 changes, right? Yeah. you imagine Ibasuki's going to be the big one, right? And then probably someone like. Oh, let me have a look at their bench real quick. You'd imagine it's going to be my best guesses would be Ibasuki. I'd like to see Wallity come on. Abel Wallity. Um, and maybe Luca Convey. Convey. Convey? Coveney? Cov? Covney? I know he's a baller. That's all I know, right? I know he's a young Socceroo as well, so he's got something about him. I'll be back in just 5 minutes. Just gonna refill my drink, and we'll be back for the second half. Drink is refilled, and we are ready for some second half action in a game that sees Newcastle 3-0 up over Western United, and it's gonna be a all right. If I do that, right, all right, and then I start that. Okay, that'll all right. Yeah, I miss the Oz Cup so much, man. I'm um I'm happy to see the Oz Cup back. Who who was probably the biggest surprise of the Oz Cup last season? Probably Brisbane Roar. Maybe maybe a Melbourne Knights, maybe a Metro Stars. It's gonna be interesting to see who's this year's surprise will be. I've got to say, I know a bit of Queensland bias, but I do think Moreton City have a chance of surprising a few people and at least getting to the round of 16. Say that now, they're down Brisbane City at the moment in this Queensland Cup semi-final. And the Lion versus Olympic match is 2-1 to Lions. Are you going to be streaming any other Oz Cup games? So I will not. I will not be streaming any next Tuesday or Wednesday because I will be at games, and then same with the Wednesday after. Maybe I can do a game on the Tuesday. was actually thinking, uh, I was kind of thinking of doing. Should I do one of the A League teams, or should I do one of the like an all NPL one, right? Because A League on that Tuesday, Lambton Jaffers birth, Melbourne victory. Shout out Newey Jets, Lambton Jaffers, um, or South Melbourne, Wellington Phoenix. I think that'd be a great game. But Lambton Jaffers, I don't think they're going to be much of a pushover for Melbourne victory. I think they're going to give them a fair go. And then obviously, I could do the whoever takes on uh, Melbourne City. No, I could do the Perth Melbourne City one on the 3rd of August. I could do that. But more than likely, if I do a game, it's going to be either Lambton Jaffers victory or South Melbourne Wellington. Won't be able to do any on the 30th and the 31st of July. Because I'll be at Moreton City, Campbelltown City on the 30th, and on the 31st I'll be at Brisbane City taking on West Sydney Wanderers. It's going to be a massive game. Keen to get both down to both of those, and then the 7th of August I'll be at Goodwood Park up here in Queensland to watch Olympic FC take on Apia Leica, which is going to be a massive game. Greeks versus Italians. It's gonna be a mega game. It's gonna be a mega game. Gonna be absolutely huge. The away day to Lambton would be cool. Yeah, it would be massive. It would be mega. And I know a lot of these NPL teams, they want to take on the big dogs. They want to take on these A League clubs. They want to put their names out there, especially all the young players. They want to showcase their skills on the national level. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be great to see. Keen to get down to some. Obviously, if you have the opportunity, get down to some Oz Cup games because they are going to be very. It's gonna be a very great tournament. I can already tell. It's gonna be great. You know, we've had upsets. Technically upsets, right? A lot of people thought Brisbane Roar. A lot of people thought Brisbane Roar were going to go through against Perth Glory. Obviously, that Corey Brown red card didn't help, but Perth Glory probably earned it, to be fair, as well. But Quinn McNichol looked great off the bench for Brisbane Roar. I thought he looked great off the bench for Brisbane Roar. And then at the moment, Jets cruising past Western United. Here we go. The second half is underway. And I don't think a single change was made. I think a single change was made for Western United, which kind of shocking. Kind of shocking. Looking forward to see the Jets make a few changes to maybe see the likes of academy player Alex Nunez. Yeah, okay. Is he an academy player you're so excited about? There, Harry. I know. Um, Eli Adams, obviously, to get his debut. I reckon he's going to be electric off the bench. Justin Vidic made a couple of A League appearances last year. And then, is it Van Dawson? Van Dawson, the young academy player. I've heard he's got a bit about him. Could go to so many games this year, but year 12 getting in the way. Yes. And year 12 is very, very important year at school. Obviously, you want to give your best foot forward in year 12, so completely understand that. Completely understand that. Oh, Lord, pardon me. It's Dane Ingham down the right-hand side with throw in. And Callum Timmins goes down. Angus Thurgate runs into him. He's going to be very, very cautious there, Thurgate. But play actually has got over Donaghy. Van Dawson is away with the young Socceroos right now. Yeah, looking forward to seeing Eli Adams. Yeah, Eli Adams, I think will. I think he's going to make a mega appointment for the Jets. I think that's a great bit of business there by Robbie Stanton, getting him to believe in the message. Too far into the game now. Exactly. Oh, that's a great ball. Lockie Rose to the end of it. Oh, no one can get on the end of it. But once again, he's looking sharp, Lockie Rose. Looking sharp. Trying to play out the back here. Western United. Risky, but it's worked. Tate Russell. Thurgate's got a bit of space here. Tries to pick out that long range ball. It's got two Ben Garuccio. But well defended by Dane Ingham, who's had a pretty good game so far. Thurgate plays the ball over the top, and there is no one there. Right, Scott. With not too much to do in this first half. Well, in the first half, and not too much to do so far in the second half as well. What's everyone's new thoughts on the new A-League ball going to Mida? Well, I play with a Mida ball. Well, I don't play with the Mida ball. I don't play at all. But team, I'm part of, they play with a Mida ball up here in Queensland. I actually quite like them. I actually quite like the Mida balls. So I don't mind the design as well. I'll get it up for you guys that haven't seen it. Mida A-League ball. We'll get that a bit bigger for you guys. All right, how am I going to do this? Oops. That's the picture. That's the ball there. That's the new A-League ball. I quite like it. I actually quite like it compared to the Nike ball that get up and show you because I have one right here. Compared to the Nike one from last season, right? Quite like the Nike ball. Quite like it. Maybe it's the more white that I like, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. What game's everyone excited for in the round of 32 though? Some big games coming up in the round of 32 of the Oz Cup. If I was to pick one game to be excited about, it's a bit out there. It's probably gonna be O'Connor Knights versus MacArthur. Canberra taking on Southwest Sydney. Oh, I think that's going to be a mega game. Obviously, I'll have a predictions video out. Probably have that out Monday for you guys. But Very keen for the round of 32 of the Oz Cup. I think that's going to be one to keep an eye out for as well. Here's Bozanovsky. Shot blocked by Grimaldi. Here's Grimaldi for Western United, though. Ben Garuccio. Oh, that is very, very close to going in. Very unlucky not to get a touch there off, Oli Vale in the middle there. But Ben Garuccio sent everyone to the shops, including the cameraman. Oakley Sydney is going to be a great game as well. Obviously, Oakley Cannons knocked Sydney FC out a few years ago on penalties. So that is going to be a mega game. Skrelia being a bit quiet this game. Skrelia probably one player you probably noticed maybe the least Newcastle Jets so far, but young player. It's going to improve as the season goes on. More minutes he gets. So they only got a few minutes for Sydney FC last year. Here's Clayton Taylor down the left hand side. Can he keep it in? He can. Goes at Tate Russell. 13's taking on each other. And it's a corner. All defended there by Tate Russell. Former Honduras man. Thoughts on Lockie Rose keeping the LA Rose on his name. Don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. There's no other Rose, right? There's definitely no other Rose in Newcastle. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I guess if he's looking, he wants to keep it, go for it. It's the corner coming in by Grozos. Oh, almost goes directly in, but thankfully for Tom Hewitt Bell, it goes past the far post. It doesn't add a fourth to Newcastle. Maris, how are you doing, man? Hopefully you're enjoying some Australia Cup action. Game's already over for Western United. If they don't look to get on the score sheet soon, it very well could be over. Liam Rose is back at MacArthur, but Lockie Rose at Newcastle doesn't really affect that, right? It's not because there's another Rose in the league, right? Maybe it is. Tate Russell, ball in. Almost met by Bozanovsky and Grimaldi at the back post. Alright, 55 minutes into this game. What? Oh, why? Why has it been stuck at 45 this whole time? Let me try and fix that real quick. So I want to do that one. Lucky Rose. Wilmering absolutely skill is it there. Aha, I know what I've done wrong. I know what I've done wrong. If I do this one and I do so if I do 57 times 60, so all right. Now I'm with it now. Now the time is going to be right. Apologies for that. I was stuck on the 45th minute. That is no help to anyone. But just a few seconds here. We'll be all set. Count-wise anyway. Mark Natter puts that ball out of bounds for Newcastle. Start another poll. Let's go another poll. We'll go how many more goals in this game. Oh, here we go. Here's Ollie Lavale. Cleared by Mark Natter. Bozanovsky. Great ball to Garuccio, and he puts it over. We go 2 to 3. And we'll just do 3+ again. How many more goals do we think it's going to be in this game? Newcastle trying to play it out from the back very well. Dane Ingham plays the 1-2 with Timmins. Great win there by Ollie Vale. It's going to stay in too. Hey, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. First change is about to come up. Western United looking to bring on someone. Garuccio. Grimaldi down that left-hand side. Well defended there by Costa Grozos. No, Aquilina, sorry. Wality and Ibasuki coming on for Squally. And 21, who's Ollie Lavale coming off. Abel Wality having a pretty good NPL season. Scored an A-League goal at the end of last year as well. Western United scoring based on what you've seen so far. I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to say no, Sports Wizard. But maybe someone like Abel Wality and Hiroshi Basuki, they could very well change that. Here's Wality straight away. And wins a corner. Very positive from Wality. Yeah, how do you feel about seeing Hiroshi in different colours there? Gotta be weird to see, right? Gotta be weird to see. Corner here by Grimaldi. Towards Ibasuki. Just wide. 2 subs making some pretty decent impacts already. We'll close the poll here in just a second. Oh, it's gone over 60, so it's not counting either. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I need to get a new timer. I need to get a new timer. Lord. How did I do this last time? Here you go. Eli Adams is about to come on for Lockie Rose. And it looks like Dan Woomering coming off for Alexander Shushnia. So 2 new debutants as well. How do you think Archie Goodwin will do? He bagged a hat-trick versus a State League 1 team last night. Look, if he stays fit, I think he can do very well in Adelaide. But that's been the thing with Archie, right? A lot of injuries have clouded his career so far. So that may be something to be a bit careful about. But I think he can do well down there in Adelaide. All right, what are the results saying in the goals? So one person thinks there is only 1 goal left in this match, and 2 people think there's going to be 3 or more goals in this last 30 minutes. Very interesting. 5 for 3 more goals. Grimaldi plays over Garuccio. Walati. Garuccio, quick feet. But defended very well there by Aquilina. If we go... Ooh. Go 60... Why? All right. I don't know how to work this to make it all minutes. Aha! There we go. Needed a capital M instead of a small m. But if he's already bagged a hat trick in the State League, I think he could find some form. Yeah, they're taking on Blacktown City in the first round of the Oz Cup, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they go against Blacktown City next Wednesday night. Froshy has been starting 9 this season for Western. I'm guessing he was benched due to not a full preseason. Yeah, you'd imagine so, right? A lot like people like Ollie LaVale, Bosnovsky, Grimaldi, obviously not. He's proven A-League player now, but I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, but like they've had like that full NPL season. They haven't had a break of so far. Those Lavales, those Bosnovskis. So yeah, like that's probably why a bit more sharper, but it hasn't really helped them so far. Western United. State League isn't the best league though. Would have liked him to get some minutes in the NPL SA. Yeah, very true. Maybe we still will. Here's Clayton Taylor, very open back line. And there we go, a 4th goal for the Jets. Thomas Aquilina gets his 2nd. And Western United's defense is just absolutely open there. Clayton Taylor, yeah, you can't give him that much space without much speed. Eli Adams almost got it on the end of it, but they're really just going for it now, Western, and Garuccio can't get there. Donachie's on a 1v3. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it is Australia Cup over before it begins for Western United. Very, very good hit out for the Newcastle Jets. Wowee. The keeper could have caught that. Oh, okay, okay. Joshy's going with the Hugh Bell mistake there. Didn't Aquilina play it? Yes, Aquilina did play at the Mariners. I want to say 2.5 seasons ago. Thomas Aquilina, I'll look it up real quick. So he was playing at the Mariners through to January 2023, I believe. And then I went to the Jets. He's been there for a season, bit over a season now. Obviously, as we're getting towards the end of the stream here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you have liked the live stream. If you have enjoyed, we've got a lot more Cup action coming up over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, the round of 32 predictions will be out on Monday. We'll have a bit of transfer news out. Hopefully to get that out on Friday. Probably Friday afternoon is when it's going to come out. It won't be up first thing tomorrow like it was last week, but yeah, I think it's going to be up about Friday afternoon. Yeah. He's been at the Jets for at least a year. But Robbie Stanton can, find his team playing very well at the moment. Skrelly has gone down with a bit of cramp. Probably see him subbed off in just a second here. You'd imagine. Looks like they're getting a sub ready. But very dominant display from Newcastle in this Australia Cup playoff match. It's gonna be interesting to see how they go against a Rockdale Illidan in a game that should, that should draw a decent crowd. Donachie did his best in the 3v1 matchup. Very true. There's not much he could have done there. He got a touch on it. That's probably better than a lot of other defenders would have done. What's the MS light? Is it a good move for those Aussies? Could they get into the national team? Yeah, 100%. 100% they can get. Oh, there we go. Almost a fifth there from the Jets. Good stop from Hugh Bell. It's a growing league. It's a good league. It's probably 10, 15 years ahead of the A-League, in my opinion. But a lot of the players that have moved over there should be, in and around the team. Like, they should be starting a few games. Definitely still could get in the national team. The only thing with the MLS is their leagues are very, their leagues are, opposite to ours. So I think they're mid-season, I believe. MLS isn't. No, not like the Indian Super League. No, it's a lot better quality over in America. A-League fans better though when 100%. 100%. The A-League is a better league when everyone's around it. But we gotta actually get there, which is very unfortunate. Because we are not getting there at the moment. A couple of other Jets changes here, a couple of debuts. Couple of good changes here. Alex Nunez coming on, and Bracco as well for the Jets. So good to see how this goes. Alex Nunez, lots been said about him. Newey Jets, big supporter of his. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs in these last 20 minutes in this World Cup playoff. Very shaky clearance from there from Scott. Here's Bozanovsky. Great challenge there. Here's Clayton Taylor. Nunez playing up top by himself at the moment. Taylor finds Eli Adams. Aquilina. Side netting. Very, very should have been 5 there. Should have been 5. Cummings, McLaren, Petrarch also going to tear up the ISL. Yeah, yeah. Mahanbagen is going to be forced to be reckoned with, as always. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough, Joshy. That is completely fair enough. Dude, that has to be a goal there, in my opinion. I agree there, Harry. Has to be a goal there. How old's Nunes? He's got to be like 16 or something, right? He looks young. 17, maybe? Here's Clayton Taylor again. Can he get to it? Well covered there by the young Western United defender. James York? James York? That sounds right? Yeah. Alex Nunez. Needs to stop thinking Darwin Nunez. Hey, here's Ibasuki. Offside. And it's wide anyway. Alex Nunez is 17. I mean, to be fair, Darwin, he was born in Darwin. His last name is Nunez. Could there be a correlation? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, he does have a lot of work to do. Doesn't seem like they've really progressed much since the end of last season, but it's just the Oz Cup. We saw Brisbane Roar do very well in the Oz Cup last year. In the league, not so much. Not so much. They had points where they were good, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how they go in the real deal come October. Ooh, Morton City have come back. They're 3-2 up here against Brisbane City. A first-minute goal, and it looks like it's just about to be blown there at Pure Core Stadium. This will be Morton City's last game before the Eels Cup next Tuesday, so good hitter, good win for them. And it'll be Brisbane City's last game before the Eels Cup as well, and first game under new head coach. So gonna be very interesting to see how a new head coach does against an A-League team like the Wanderers as well. Here's Taylor Russell down the right hand side for Western United. Cross finds Ibasuki, but very well cut out there by what's his name again? Brocker? Brocker? Is that the name? Brocker? Let me have a look real quick. Bracco. Very well closed down there by Alex Nunez. Here's Eli Adams in the box. Cross. Very well cut out there by Western United. Go through Jordan Lawton. He's come on for Matt Grimaldi. Bozanowski has also gone off for Dylan Leonard. So 4 changes made here for Western United. All 5 made for the Newcastle Jets. It's just going to be interesting last 15 minutes of the game. So far, there's only been the 1 goal this half as Thomas Aquilina. Second goal to, bring up the 4 goals for Newcastle United in this one. Newcastle United, Newcastle Jets. I mean, technically they're Newcastle United, right? Technically, aren't they Newcastle United Jets? Ooh, not sure about that one. Pass challenge. Western United with a free kick about 35 yards out. Pretty far out. Not close enough to shoot. They played out wide. They can get a good ball in, but I forgot his name already. Bracco blocks it there. I keep wanting to say Brocco. Good cross there. Flicked back in. Launt it. Finds Tate Russell on the left foot. Finds Thurgate, who puts it out wide to Garuccio again. Ibasuki's in the middle. Mark Natter with a poor clearance. And cleared by Bracco. I'm going to have to remember that name. But pretty poor showing from Western United in this Oz Cup playoff. Yeah, they're pretty poor in my opinion. I thought this would have been a tighter game, but I did have a feeling that Newcastle were going to come out on top, and they have. Here's Denzaki, Garuccio, and it's cleared there by Dane Ingham. He's played pretty well tonight. Dane Ingham. Ten minutes to go. Can West United at least get on the scoreboard? Here's Tate Russell. Tries to put an early board towards Ibasuki, but it's cleared pretty comfortably there. And again, as Mark Natter's moved to a left back. Mark Natter. Sushinal is playing in the middle. Pretty interesting there. Didn't think I'd see Mark Natter play as a left kind of fullback. Newcastle have been too good tonight. Newcastle have been very, very good tonight. Is this form that they can carry into the Oz Cup or even the league? Or is this just a really poor showing from Western United? That's the question that we need to be asking. Nunez wins a free kick off Thurgate. Mark Natter getting forward. Couple of nice ball rolls from Natter, but Thurgate wins it back. Western United playing a dangerous game here against the high press of Newcastle. Works pretty well. Thurgate finding a bit of space, and it goes all the way back to James York. He's been pretty well. He's played pretty well so far in his debut, James York. Add towards Garuscio. Good cross. Ibasuki. Oh, that's a great save by Ryan Scott. That's a great save by Ryan Scott to tip it onto the post. That is an unreal stop by Ryan Scott. That is absolutely insane. How on earth has he kept that out? The great header by Ibasuki as well. I didn't think he could get it on target from that angle, but wow. What a stop by Ryan Scott. Western United get a second corner. Danzaki standing over it. Puts the ball in towards Ibasuki. Cleared well there by, it looks like Aquilina. Here's Thurgate, left foot. Can't get it on target, and it's a goal kick for Ryan Scott. Yeah, look, absolutely. Let's not look Ryan Scott's performance over. He hasn't had much to do, but when he's been called upon, he's done his job. He's done his job very well. This is what I'm going at. Ryan Scott, I think, has the potential to be at least around the Australian squad in the next 12 months. If Paul Izzo can do it after, a great season, I don't see why Ryan Scott can't either. That's another thing to look forward to. Australia versus... Who were they versing in Gold Coast? I've already forgotten. It, and I'm going to the game. Socceroos, who are they versing in? Who are they versing in Gold Coast? Bahrain. I thought it was Bahrain. I didn't want to say Bahrain. Yeah, taking on Bahrain. That's gonna be a cracking game. Once again, Australia don't have the easiest World Cup qualifying group. Japan, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, China, Indonesia. They are some toughies, that's for sure. That's going to be a good game. I'll be at that. There'll be a vlog from that one. Ibasuki. The corner comes towards Ibasuki. Put back in. Cleared again. Ooh, pardon me. Comes all the way about the back here to Danzaki. Nathan Grimaldi, who scored a goal in this game after coming on very early for Philip Kankar. Clears pretty well. Here's Wallati. And it very well claimed by Scott. Once again, he's there. Asking his team to focus. Last 5 minutes, they don't want to concede. 5 minutes to go in this game. Newcastle not looking to concede. Western United looking to go home with some dignity from this. Oh, that's a bad back pass. Here's Ibasuki. Very well covered by Newcastle and well defended by Sushnia. Taylor plays Natter, who flicks it up towards Eli Adams. Palash thinks Aloisi is getting the sack before the season starts. I don't think so. If they were going to sack Aloisi, it definitely would have been last season. Here's Nunez, the young 17-year-old for Newcastle. but runs into a strong challenge by Thurgate, who loses it to Bracco. Captain Grozos recycles the ball for Newcastle. A 4-0 performance here by Newcastle Jets. They'll be looking for a fifth to cap off the performance. Oh, Grozos runs into some trouble here. Here's Ibasuki in the box, but well defended by Shushnia. Alex Nunez plays the ball off to Eli Adams, who tries to play Clayton Taylor, but it is well hit. Clayton Taylor, who's played all 90 minutes so far, has run himself absolutely ragged. Will not be getting on the end of that one, I don't think. No matter how quick he is, he would be absolutely knackered by now. Just a couple more minutes to go in this game before the stoppage time comes to an end. Here's Tate Russell for Western United. Finds Lawton with Wilety. And Tate Russell, oh yeah, they get to it. Oh, great work by Ryan Scott. And there we go. Western United get one. They get one. Joe K in the chat. What pizza am I getting at Brisbane City? It's gotta be the classic. Just I think they've got margarita and pepperoni. I'm gonna go pepperoni. I love a bit of pepperoni pizza. But best believe that's gonna be an elite food review. Gonna be an elite food review from Brisbane City in the vlog that should come out in about a week's time. Hopefully I can get that out pretty quick after the game. Hopefully I'll have back-to-back days with vlogs, Moreton City and Brisbane City games. But Brisbane City West Sydney Wanderers is honestly if maybe Moreton City Western Sydney Wanderers would have been maybe more ideal, only because that's closer to me. But at a place like Brisbane City, with so much history behind it, it's gonna be an elite round of 32 matchup, and I am absolutely buzzing for it. But I'm keen to get down to a few Oz Cup games. Getting down to any yourself, Joe? I'm sure there'll be a Chasing Cup Sets episode coming out of the round of 32. Maybe you go down to Rockdale, Newcastle. That might be a good one. Tate Russell. Here's Danzaki. Finds Thurgate. 3 minutes of added time here. And that is a goal kick for Newcastle. Clean sheet's gone for Newcastle, but still a very dominating performance from a team that, a lot of youth, whereas Moreton City roughly, if you look, if you want to go from Brisbane, like Brisbane City, it's probably about 25 minutes north of Brisbane. Have you seen as a couple of my little TikTok vlogs and Oz Cup, like getting to the Oz Cup, it is in a bit of a rural area, but the facilities actually aren't that bad. It just, there's a lot of bushlands around. Here's Eli Adams. It's great tackle there by Lawton. We disappointed to concede a goal. We could have easily scored five tonight. Very, very easily scored five. You cast your mind back to early in the second half where I believe it was Aquilina. He probably should have had a hat trick tonight. Um, but look, can't be disappointed. Can't be too disappointed. You're through to the round of 32, taking on Rockdale. Should be a very good game. Should be a very good game. Rockdale versus Newcastle. I'll have to decide if I'm going to do a watch along for uh, Wellington South Melbourne or Lambton Jaffers Victory. Both of them are going to be cracking games. I think that Lambton one might be a bit underrated, but that South Melbourne Wellington one's going to be absolutely huge. Going to be absolutely huge. Obviously, the other three other match days of the round 32, I can't do any watch alongs due to myself being at a couple of games. Obviously, as I mentioned just before, Moreton City, Campbelltown City, Brisbane City, Western Sydney Wanderers, and then the big one, Olympic Apia, on the 7th of August. But that is it. Newcastle Jets are through to the round of 32 of the Australia Cup, taking on Rockdale Illidan. What did I say? So, no, South Melbourne take on Wellington Phoenix. Sydney take on Oakwood Cannons. That's also going to be a mega game. But that'll do us for this watch along. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for everyone that stayed around the whole time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the live stream if you have enjoyed. And we'll catch you very soon for some more Australia Cup content.